Hi, everybody. Okay, so YNR is kind of one note lately. I don't know why. Um, but okay, so they were still Sharon and Nick were still on the hunt for Noah and Sienna. Really Noah, but and of course they don't know that he's okay. It takes a while for them to realize that he's okay, right? Okay, because um uh, uh Matt Clark decides to get really mad at his wife, and I think he threatened to unalive her. And Noah and Sienna had to flee. And then Matt got in another car and was chasing them down the road. And then Sienna and Noah were talking, and she says, "If we can't escape, you're gonna have to call 911." And then let's see, everybody was worried about them. Noah finally calls on his cell phone and says, "I'm fine." And then uh, there's a look in Roger Howard's eyes as Matt, where, he's going to stop at nothing to prove something to his wife because, um, in my mind, there are two kinds of guys. Maybe a lot more, but just, I'm going to dwindle it down to two. There's the guy that likes you to be his partner, his wife, right? And then there's the guy who thinks he owns you. And if you do anything he doesn't like, he doesn't take it well. And some people don't take it well to the point where they want to unalive the person because they did something they weren't supposed to do. And they can't handle rejection and disobeying, kind of whatever. Right? So yeah, I would put um, Matt Clark in that category. Also, I guess according to the past, Matt Clark had or has um, an unaliving streak where he'll unalive for any reason whatsoever. So that goes in line with how the character was. Um, but as far as anybody else talking about anything else, nope, not happening today. I don't know. We only have one more day this week. I hope, and kind of pray they talk about anything else other than this. Because, well, although they have to complete it, we all know how it's gonna go. Okay? Um Now the only kind of hole I have that I don't really know where it's going is the character of Sienna. Now, I bring this up because I don't know if they're going to make um, Sienna Noah's new love interest or whatever and play that out. So I don't know how long Tamara Braun plans to be on the soap opera. Now, Roger Howard, um, he's been known to guest star. And usually, when you're a guest star, unless they plan on making you a full player, or you know, you're gonna have a limited run. So I would say that if I had to guess, I would say they're gonna save Sienna, uh, and then kill off or unalive. Sorry, the Matt Clark character again. Only this time, I hope it's more permanent because, and I don't mean anything against Roger Howard. I really don't. But I am tired of seeing the resurgence of old characters from way back when who you think are unalive and they pop back up again and again and again. I'm like, okay. And I've talked about this part of it. Like, because it happens so often, you get to the point where you think a character is unalive and you really don't believe it because you're like, well, other characters have been unalive and they come back from that. So, like, I don't believe they're really gone. So, yeah. All right. Bye, everybody.